Opioids are now the
Getting a
biggest
first-hand
drug
look at the
epidemic
war on
in
fentanyl
American
in a
history.
state that's
I recently
ground
traveled
zero
to one
for
of the hardest
America's
hit states,
overdose
West Virginia. It
epidemic,
has
where the local
highest
attorney
death
general
rate
says,
for drug
quote, the
overdoses
body
in
bags are
Ohio.
lining up.
In the
Campbell
bathroom
Huntington
shooting
Hospital, one
heroin.
out of every 5 babies delivered has been exposed to drugs before they were born.
Nothing matters except for getting high.
It's not a secret. West Virginia is in a child welfare crisis. At the heart of this drug epidemic that has ravaged through the mountains of West Virginia are the most vulnerable victims, our children. West Virginia's children have been impacted to such a degree that the numbers are staggering. Did you know that West Virginia has 6 times the national average of children that are born drug exposed? Did you know that 70% increase over the past decade of children that are entering the foster care system? That West Virginia ships out more children because we cannot find placement in state than any other state in the nation. These are not just statistics. These are children that I've held, that I've seen, that I've played with. These are children with names, with faces, children that are hurting. The SafeHaven campaign is a response from mothers in West Virginia, moms, friends, children, because there's no West Virginian that hasn't been impacted by our drug epidemic, and we want to see change. The SafeHaven campaign was launched in 2017 as a response to what we saw all around us, but specifically when I met Christy Beaver, who has fostered 78 children over the past 12 years, all while living with MS. I met these children, many of them who had been severely neglected and abused because of parental drug abuse. It was absolutely heartbreaking to hold these children in my arms and see a life that is affected forever. I was so compelled that I began to ask questions, to look around, to see all of the children around us, the amount of foster kids living in our communities. Did you know that 54% of West Virginia's grandparents are raising their grandchildren? We are talking about a systemic problem that has to be addressed in our generation, or the effects of this will only compound. We need a comprehensive, collaborative effort to address the issues that are facing West Virginia's children, and the time to act is now. This is what SafeHaven campaign is all about. We are all in a grassroots movement to address the issues to save West Virginia's children. Yet, if we're going to save West Virginia's children, we really have to back up. It's impossible to save West Virginia's children without also reaching out to West Virginia's mothers. The reality is that many of the women who are battling addiction do not have resources, do not have community, and do not have the education they need for recovery. If we want to save West Virginia's children, we have to start with the moms. And this is why the SafeHaven campaign is working to address West Virginia's child welfare crisis in a comprehensive way with a 3-pronged approach. First, we focus on rehabilitation, directly with moms who need community, education, and support desperately. We are on the front lines, working to identify women in our community who are battling substance abuse and looking for help. We partner with these women, mentors who support them in real time throughout their pregnancy, birth, and postpartum phase. We provide accountability, relationships, and community. We help these women obtain proper prenatal care, life training skills, and parenting skills. SafeHaven is seeing real success stories like Sharon, who is reunited with her son Liam and is now even a peer recovery support specialist in our community. She's working on getting her LPN reinstated and has held down a job for 3 years, the longest time ever. The second part of our initiative addresses the need for recruitment and support of foster families and foster children in our community. SafeHaven provides 2 fully functioning foster closets in Raleigh and Nicholas County. We provide support groups that offer emotional and practical support for new or existing foster families. SafeHaven hosts foster events, providing school supplies at back-to-school season and even Polar Express at Christmas time. SafeHaven is an advocate for foster care reform, giving a voice to the courageous men and women who are opening their hearts and homes to the kids of West Virginia. Over the last 6 years, we've had the honor of watching so many families join the foster community, and the even greater delight of seeing West Virginia children find forever homes right here in our community. The third part of the SafeHaven initiative is prevention. Our Gen Z-led Not Us program is empowering the next generation to stand up against the drug epidemic because enough is enough. We do this through our social media campaign, Not Us, which is a platform for Gen Z to tell their stories to the entire world. Not Us also hosts rallies at local colleges, events, and even at the Capitol. Perhaps the most exciting part of our prevention program is a youth-led curricula in development now that we envision in every county in the state of West Virginia. It's been incredible not only to see kids adopted and forever families, but now those same kids advocating on the Capitol floor for foster care reform and against the drug epidemic. For all the devastation that we have seen in West Virginia, SafeHaven is realizing that our dream to see West Virginia's children saved is becoming a reality, one life at a time, one mom at a time, one child at a time. During my career in the West Virginia State Legislature, I have seen up close the impact of the drug crisis on our state, on our communities, and on our families. As I served as the chairman of the Committee on Prevention and Treatment of Substance Abuse, there were many days I left the Capitol feeling hopeless and like it was too dark of a situation to make a difference. But then I heard about SafeHaven. I met them and got to hear the vision that they had for the state of West Virginia, for every woman and for every child, and I could not be more excited about what they were doing. Over the course of the last several years, they have been instrumental in driving the conversation when it comes to the foster care crisis reform in this state. When faced with policy decisions on foster care reform or substance abuse in the state of West Virginia, SafeHaven quickly became my first phone call. They came and testified before legislative committees and were so influential, they were invited to come back and do it again for other committees in the future. They've garnered the support of influential policymakers across the state because of their commitment to excellence and their commitment to comprehensive care for every woman and every child. In just 6 years, the SafeHaven campaign has been able to impact the lives of nearly 1,500 West Virginia women and West Virginia children. They've been able to accomplish so much with so little, and yet the need is growing. From the beginning, the SafeHaven campaign has been working toward a residential facility for pregnant women struggling with substance abuse. We are closer than ever as 20 acres of land have just been donated for the villages at SafeHaven. Not only will this community be the first of its kind in the Mountain State, but this may be the first safe place that many of these women will ever lay their head down at night. That is why I am asking you to consider partnering with and investing in the SafeHaven campaign as they break ground on their state-of-the-art facility this year. This will be a gated community where pregnant moms can live in long-term recovery homes while also receiving spiritual and emotional healing from past traumas. Within this village, there will be a state-of-the-art facility that will have space for an on-site medical clinic, a counseling room, a gymnasium with a specific multi-sensory play area for children, as well as a safe and fun space to host family visitation days and events. Over the last 6 years, I have watched as SafeHaven has garnered favor and built credibility with local law enforcement, local physicians, and even DHHR. This organization is committed to making West Virginia a better place for every West Virginia woman and every West Virginia child.
Because of SafeHaven, Zay has a future and a safe place to grow and thrive.
Because of SafeHaven, I have a forever family and a place to call home.
Because of SafeHaven, my kids get the mom they deserve, and we can be a family.